TanStack Start is a React framework which is growing in popularity extremely quickly, and I'm really interested about everything because TanStack Start is built by someone really cool. So TanStack is actually built by Tanner Linsley and team, which is basically responsible for things like React Query, React Router, which people already use and love. So you might have not heard about React Router if you are not really in the trenches of like web development and stuff, but you might have heard about React Query for sure. They also have a Start. So TanStack Start is a React framework, which is a thin wrapper around TanStack Router. So TanStack Router is just client-side router, which you can like just use in any kind of Vite application. And TanStack Start is just a complete framework. It just allows you to do SSR and stuff. So there's also one more framework which is really popular, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about Next.js. Now Next.js is not going down in popularity, but I'll say that I feel like TanStack Start is growing so quickly in popularity that people are considering TanStack Start over Next.js. Let me explain. Alright, so first thing first, Next.js is considered to be a big black magic box. What do I mean by that? It's like it can do really cool stuff, but nobody knows how it does that, or like it's very much like magic trick kind of thing, like it's not very clear on a top level that things are happening in a specific way. It works, but it's not made clear on how it exactly works. Now, of course, it's open source. You can go ahead and check out the source code, but people say that it's actually much better if like the behavior is clearer when looking at the code itself and not just made using magic. So now what am I talking about magic and stuff here? One thing is directives, right? Directives is something like use client or use server. And Next.js has been using these directives for a while now. Ever since the app router, they have been using use client directive for making a client component. That means the client will be rendered on the client side as well. And it will also be server side rendered. And then there's use server, which is used for server actions. Now it's understandable because Next.js is a backend framework. I know a lot of people might be just going crazy, but it's a backend framework, right? React is something that they use as well. So you have React features that are backend first hand in Next.js. So not a lot of people like these directives or specifically the new things which are coming in React world. And I feel like it's a big magic box because like you can just have use client somewhere and you have like, that doesn't feel like the proper way of doing stuff. So TanStack Start takes a different approach. First of all, TanStack Start does not have React Server components at all. So any client, like any component you have in your project is basically a client component, which is also getting server-side rendered. So server-side rendering does exist in TanStack Start, but it does not have React Server components. Now you might think that not having React Server components actually make it really amazing because we had a CV a few days ago which affected React Server components and affected Next.js, and you might be thinking Next.js is an evil framework and it just happened because all of the stupid stuff Next.js for playing with the server and stuff. But I'll say that these server features have nothing to do with the CV, and I don't mean that it has nothing to do with CV. Of course the server is involved, but these features are really amazing. There are certain kind of people who like these features and there are certain kind of people who do not like these features. I fall in between of those, and I feel like these features should exist. It's just like any piece of software can have CVEs at any moment. It's not fair to blame React for it. And I think the disclosure was pretty responsible, and even companies like Vercel are mitigating it on their firewalls, and even Cloudflare is doing stuff on their own. And I feel like this was a major CV, but I feel like every single software in the world is exploitable or was exploitable at some point in time. And these severities, they often come and go. So I feel like we are just giving React enough hate because people already hate React. So they just want new reasons to hate React. So that's why. So okay, enough of defending React Server components. Now let's talk about the bad of React Server components. I feel like React Server components are really not needed. People who keep saying that the JavaScript is less, I feel like it doesn't really matter a lot, Most of the times you are really good with doing just SSR, and I'm not saying that TanStack Start is never planning to get to RSC. They are actually planning React Server components for the framework. Now they are going to use it in a different way. They are going to have different kind of function, like different kind of method to use RSS in the framework. But a lot of the things in TanStack Start is really easy to understand. So for example, if you want to just mark a component as a client component, you just do sr false, and the component is just a client component. While in Next.js, they have all kind of these different caching stuff. So if you want a single page application or even mark a page as a client component, you have to enable caching, and somehow it just builds in a way where that it's static, and it's just kind of confusing to me. At least to me, it's confusing. I don't know. It might be a skill issue. It very well might be a skill issue. I'm not really denying that, but I feel like TanStack Start is more clearer when it comes to that. And I feel like React Server components have its place in this ecosystem, but I feel like it's not really necessary at this point in time. And if you have a reason why it's really necessary, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm eager to learn. And if you are able to convince me that React Server components is something that's needed for your specific project, I actually might create a video on it, and I actually might showcase that specific use case. Another reason is that people were just fed up with the slowness of Next.js dev server. So a few months ago, actually, I posted something on my Twitter. So this is the post. Bro, I want to record a video. I can't wait 24 seconds to compile a 404 page. Please, Next.js. So I had this specific app which I was building, and I was actually recording at the same time, and it was taking 28.2 seconds to build a compile a 404 page. And to be very fair, it was on my older MacBook, which was 8 GB RAM. And the thing is that you could just blame my MacBook for it, but the thing is that this MacBook, specifically the 8 GB one, was with me for over 5 years, and it was just working fine before this specific project. And suddenly it just would take 28 seconds to just compile a 404 page, and I was not really happy with it. TanStack Start didn't really have problem. So I would like to clarify that the issue was the antivirus. So I used that laptop for my work as well. It was my personal laptop, but we still needed to use that antivirus or something like that. So the antivirus was responsible for doing that. So yeah, but I wasn't able to verify that, because once I uninstalled the antivirus, I feel like some parts were still installed in it and it was still lagging out a bit. Now that laptop just died. I don't know how, but it just died and I cannot test out again. But yeah, I feel like it might have been just antivirus, but that doesn't excuse the fact that TanStack Start just worked, it just worked. Okay, so now I'm not gonna say that you can just stop using Next.js and shift to TanStack Start. That's really a dumb take. So if you are a production grade business or something like that, I'll say stick to Next.js for now, because TanStack Start is actually in RC. It's not V1 yet. So if you are just moving to TanStack Start just by watching this video, I'll say that you're a pretty dumb person. You probably should not do it. It's not a good idea. If you're making stupid hobby projects or side projects, feel free to use TanStack Start. I'm gonna use TanStack Start for my tutorials because it's early and I feel like it's gonna be successful enough. And once it goes to V1, people will search for its videos more, and I want to be the person who pops up when somebody searches for TanStack Start. So yeah, more TanStack Start content is coming, but that does not mean that I'm gonna be a shill for TanStack Start. I also care about Next.js equally. So just a few months later, Tim from Vercel tweeted this out. TurboPack file system caching from Next.dev is moving to stable soon. It restores compilation work across rebooting development server, making it faster to open pages after they have compiled for the very first time. I think this is really amazing. I haven't yet tried it out because I am now on a 48 GB MacBook Pro. The RAM is 48 GB, so I don't really see any difference. Everything just loads fast for me. So yeah, I hope this helps. And nowadays I'm seeing less and less complaints about the dev server being a stupid RAM hogger or slow as hell or whatever like that. So yeah, I hope things get better, and I want a world where people can use both TanStack Start and Next.js. I think both have its own pros and cons, and yeah. And there's also this deployment part. Deployment, I'll say Next.js is easy to deploy. People say that it's very hard to deploy it. I'll just say that it's easy to deploy if you are self-hosting it, or either if you're using Vercel. Of course, why not? But if you're using Cloudflare workers, it's not gonna be easy. It uses OpenNext and stuff, and yeah, it's not easy. I'll say that's more of a Cloudflare worker problem. Sorry, Cloudflare, just bash me however you want to. I don't like the edge runtime at all. So yeah, feel free to bash me for that, but probably not gonna change my opinion about that. So I'm not saying that Cloudflare is not trying. Actually, Cloudflare is doing a lot to improve the developer experience across their entire platform, and I'm gonna make a video on that pretty soon. But yeah, that's it for this video. I feel like currently TanStack Start is growing in popularity because people are just tired of Next.js at this point, and soon there will be a balance. I feel like after the popularity has increased a bit, people are still gonna like be balanced between Next.js and TanStack Start. And I don't think Vercel is really mad about it either, because like I'm pretty sure Vercel has funded, like not funded exactly, but given some kind of support to TanStack at some point. Not really sure about it. I think I have read the tweet somewhere. I might be wrong, not really sure, but I think I have seen somewhere like Vercel had helped TanStack Start at some point. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you want to use TanStack Start or if you want to use Next.js. And let me know if you want me to use more TanStack Start in my tutorials or not. So yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye.